Welcome to the Stree Shakti series at the Coffee Conversation Show powered by the Emerging India Forum TEIF and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Theme is the design whisperer, Kinnari Gala, and the psychology of packaging. She is the visionary founder of All About Packaging, a powerhouse creative strategist and a specialist in FMCG packaging design with over 12 years of industry experience. From creating packaging designs for brands globally to a visiting faculty for packaging at UID, Kinnari believes packaging isn't just about wrapping a product, it's about crafting a brand story that speaks without saying a word. Her approach combines deep consumer insight, visual strategy, and a passion she first discovered in a childhood breakfast table. Wow. Inspired by the cereal boxes that lit up her imagination. Join us as we explore the intersections of creativity, commerce, and courage and discover how one woman is shaping how the world sees, touches, and remembers products. And we also come to know who Kinnari is as a person. So, welcome, Kinnari, to today's Coffee
Thank
Conversation
you so
episode.
much. So happy to
So,
be
let,
here.
so, let me explain you. There will be three rounds: professional, personal, and a surprise rapid fire round where you will be in the hot seat. And here's an
Okay.
inspiration: niche marketing, which will be autographed, but you have to first win it and you have to be witty, fun, and quick.
All right.
Okay. So, friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, host at Coffee Conversation, legal tech evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 books. We help law firms, corporate legal, startups, SMEs, world class technology, software licensing, and tech training solutions. So, my first question, Kinnari. Your journey
Yes.
started with a fascination for cereal boxes in your childhood. How
Right.
did that evolve into founding All About Packaging, and how has the journey been? And what's the story behind naming of your venture, All About Packaging?
So one box I fell in love with when I was in fourth standard, I would say. So a lot of relatives used to come from the US. Okay,
Mhm.
during Christmas or Diwali. So lot of goodies used to come, and I was always excited for it. Mostly a lot of chocolates and cereals. And back then, these cereals like Kellogg's and Fruit Loops were not available in India. So
Hmm.
I remember very clearly that when I saw the first pack of Fruit Loops, it was so colorful. And I just fell in love with the packaging, the way it looked. So it basically influenced me as a child. And all the way today, when I look back, that one box that I fell in love with ended up starting a packaging design agency. So since then, I had decided that I will do something in design space. I wanted to create boxes that make people happy, that create some kind of emotion like it did for me, and that's how I started all about packaging. And about the name, if I have to say, I wanted to keep it simple. And because our services have everything to do with packaging, the strategy, the research, we take care of printing for the clients, the design. That's why I wanted to keep it very simple, and it's all about packaging.
Beautiful. Okay. As we were earlier having the conversation about this get to know, we'll plan a panel discussion with Ankit Tanna because print man. And
Sure.
there can be synergies where he will use your services. We can never know. And you want
Yes.
to enroll for the accent. So that's through coffee, you're getting that also. Let's say,
Would love that. I'm
fingers
very
crossed.
happy to be here. A lot of good things are happening.
Yeah. Okay. So let's dive deep in conversation. How do you balance creativity with business driven results in FMCG packaging?
Okay. So, what we do is we blend in the creativity aspect with a lot of strategy. Uh, See, design is the final outcome what a consumer will see, but it's all about strategy. How what makes someone buy a product, how people think, how people understand. So that's where then everything becomes very rational and business driven and solution oriented. So I would say strategy plays a major role in creativity.
Wow. So, Kinnari, what do you think makes packaging the most underrated yet powerful marketing tool?
See, as humans, we make a lot of decisions based on our emotions. uh, how something makes us feel, how something solves a problem for us, how it makes our life better than what it is right now. So, I believe packaging is the biggest marketing tool because when you go to buy a product, you look at the pack and it says something that connects with you. And that is where I say it's the biggest marketing tool because see, the product inside the pack can be of the highest quality, but if the packaging does not influence the consumer to buy something, and if it does not connect with the consumer, then even a great product can fail. And hence, I say, see, ads and everything work very well. But when you're going to buy a product, packaging is the first thing that interacts with the consumer. And that is where I say it is the biggest tool. And a lot of FMCG brands sometimes miss that part. And even again, as I said, the best of quality products have failed because the packaging is not influencing the consumer to buy it.
Wow. So let's go to next question about uh, sustainability is coming in the print and packaging industry.
Yes.
There's a big conversation now. How do you integrate eco consciousness into your designs, and how does client take to being eco friendly and contributing to climate change?
So see, there are some clients that come to us. Their product itself are, influencing climate change, or either they are, what do you say, recyclable, or they come from waste, or they come from something, that is very environmental friendly. So in those cases, what happens? We create a packaging also which is environmental friendly. So there's a lot of scope, and it also influences people to buy a particular product when they know that the packaging is also eco-friendly. So with customers like that, it is very easy to create a packaging which is eco-friendly. Whereas a lot of other materials today, a lot of manufacturing companies, a lot of paper making companies, a lot of these companies who are into tins and cans are also going forward towards sustainable, like using inks that are safe for the environment, using paper that are easily recyclable. So a lot of those upgrades are helping us to provide that kind of solution to the customers. So overall, yes, sustainability is increasing and it will grow with time.
Wow. So, Kinnari, you have created packaging for numerous global clients.
Yeah.
What's your process for understanding a brand before designing for it?
So we do have a three-phase, nine-step process, but
Mhm.
one thing that runs common in all of them is research and is understanding consumer mindset. Because end of the day, see, what the client wants is one thing. Client will come to us, they'll tell us that this is our product, we are the best, better than our competitors, so we want a packaging which looks great. But where we fill in the gap for them is by telling them and by doing a research that yes, what you like is important, but what your customer is going to like and buy is more important. So our process is mostly understanding consumer psychology, doing research, doing surveys, trials, testing, and then creating a design that one beats their competitors, of course, because that's important, but also where consumers can connect with the product easily. So
Wow.
this is in a nutshell how we create this kind of solution.
So let's go memory down the lane. Can you walk us through one of your challenging design projects and what made it special?
There are many, but one I remember the most is we did packaging for a wellness category brand, and they are into incense stick. and this particular product was going to be exported to Spain. So
Mm-hmm.
after we finished our packaging design, um, it was going to go for printing. And because the client wanted to save some cost, uh, they kind of decided to choose a paper quality which is average. I mean, not bad, but average. Okay, but the product was had a potential to be premium. So they went ahead with the average kind of packaging. They printed, they sent one entire lot to them. And I happened to see the packaging because it was their vendor. And I happened to see the packaging, and we really kind of lost it that this particular packaging should have this paper on the box.
Yes.
Because
Mm.
why? See, what we design on the screen is one thing, it looks
Mm.
great. But what is even more important is what comes uh, as the outcome. When you take the
Okay.
box in
Output.
hand, we
Mm.
want to ensure that the experience from the screen till taking the product in hand is of the same level.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I went and met the client, and we had a huge discussion that, you have to change this paper. You have to believe in us, and you have to
Yeah.
spend 1 rupee more on each packaging. And in fact, somewhere in between, I suggested that why don't you increase your MRP also by, say, 5 rupees?
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of did a test run. And in fact, they could increase the MRP by 5 rupees. Printing cost increased by 1 rupee, but overall they are making 4 rupee per product more. So for us, it was very special because I was apprehensive about going and, kind of confronting the client about it. Because
Mm.
most of the time people give up at that spot. But with some
Mm.
projects, we are like, we are not giving up. So, but
Mm.
overall, the client was so happy. Uh, and this is very special because I feel you should stand up for what is right and try to explain your customers. So, yeah, this was one of the experiences I'll never forget.
Wow. So, Kinnari, what are some packaging trends Indian brands are still not capitalizing on, according to you?
Well, according to me, because digital space is growing so much,
Mm.
a lot of brands in India should capitalize on making their product interactive even
Mm.
after the consumer has bought the product. For example, you everybody knows about QR codes and all, but what to do with it is very important. So I feel, QR codes and lot of other things are the way to keep in touch with the consumers, to make them buy more, to give them information about your new product launches, to give them tips. For example, if I buy a beauty product and it has a QR code which says that, if you have specific queries, you can message us and talk to our
Yes.
domats. So it becomes very engaging, and it makes me, like that product even more because they are there with me even after I buy the product.
Wow.
So
So,
this
for
is
your
something.
information, I did coffee with one of our startup founder, QR based marketing.
Is it?
And we did a special episode also on he created a what do you say stickers for coffee and for tech partner and we put it on the water bottle and had a discussion.
Yeah, it can be very interactive.
We'll
It should
connect you.
not. It can
Please,
be,
both of
yeah.
them connect and they are startups. They would need your what do you say support and to scale up. So see what is
Wonderful.
coffee doing?
It can. Yeah. It's bringing
Yeah.
people together, right?
Yeah.
Because
I
yeah,
also learned about QR-based marketing and he shifted from being into IT sales and now to two friends coming together and he took up this QR-based marketing.
amazing. It can be such a solution that we can provide to our clients because we can limit ourselves to packaging and having a concept of strategy, but someone can always come in and take it ahead. It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
definitely. Wow, I'm happy case uh, ye- one collaboration will there are many things coffee has done
Yes.
and अपना ये रहता ही है. There are people, coffee tribe have collaborated, done projects together, but this will be on a bigger scale. I'm keeping my finger.
Wonderful. Yes.
Yeah. So what are that's about India.
Hmm.
What what trends do you see in the global market for packaging?
What I love about global trends is personalization.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Coca-Cola, if you see in the foreign market, in the global market, they do a lot of personalization, especially during Christmas. So the
Mm-hmm.
entire packaging is very interactive. Like Coca-Cola has a label. I had seen in one of their ads during the label. Sorry, during Christmas, their packaging, their label is super interactive. Like there is a sort of string that you pull, and the whole label becomes like a Christmas experience. So
Mm-hmm.
very, very interesting. So they do a lot of innovation, and I feel that is something that Indians should sort of invest on, especially yeah, brands that can it can just boost the sales to another level, and especially with social media and Instagram growing so much, people are going to share it. It is free marketing, I would say, for brands. So, yes, innovation and interactive packaging is something that should increase in India.
Wow. So do you have the different packaging designs in your office space where would like to come and do a special episode? Like,
Yes, we have so many of them.
so that will be very interesting to talk about each your designs, the thought process. Like I did coffee with Krina Shah. She's into 3D printing. She,
Oh, wow.
so
That is
we
another
went to
lovely
her
world.
workshop and shared apna all the beautiful Marvel ye cars and apna so many different products. Uh, so that was a beautiful episode where talking about a journey and talking about 3D printing.
Every product has a story. Even for them,
Yeah,
every product would have a story.
let's plan out. So,
Sure.
so you are inviting me now. I'm getting what
Yes, I am
do you
inviting you.
say? Yeah, I know, but coming over and apna you're talking those
Yes.
things will make it more special and apna ye rehta hi hai. So that is what a conversation goes to next conversation. Okay, your next venture, Thin Eye Branding. Uh, what is it all about and what a story? Why did you keep this venture as Thin Eye Branding?
So I started my first agency in 2012, and that is Thin Eye Branding Solutions. All about
Mhm.
packaging evolved eventually. So Thin Eye Branding Solutions, we do everything. Uh, Everything. It's like a full-fledged advertising agency. And so you're asking me what's the story behind the name?
Story behind naming this venture, Thin Eye Branding.
So I basically stands for ideas, innovation, integration. That was the whole point. And thin word came from because everything back in that time there were huge laptops, huge computer, everything was big in size, and eventually everything
Yes.
started slimming down, like sleek.
Yes.
That's how the
Yeah.
word thin came in. I'll tell you, it was just all we were we were so creative that we didn't think much, but the story was that everything is compact, slim, sleek.
Hmm.
That's how the name thin, and I stands for all of these pillars of the
Wow.
agency.
Beautiful. So let's go to your teaching role as a visiting professor at UID. Uh, how do you prepare yourself for that subject, and how I'm dividing into two parts. How does teaching shape your practice, and vice versa?
And okay, uh, so I have to prepare when you're talking to all the Gen Zs now. Uh, I have to prepare how to communicate and keep it more interactive because it cannot be a one sided communication. So, I do plan a lot of activities around it where they have to make presentations and come up with ideas because they love it. Uh, and how it kind of so I make sure that they get something of both worlds, something that is going on in today's time, how people are thinking fast, modern, futuristic, but I also ensure that they understand the conventional side of it, the strategy side of it. It can't just be all fancy and good looking, because there's this trend of minimalism that is going on. So Gen Z
Mm.
has this concept of making everything minimalism, in a minimalist point of view. So I tell them that this is India. Some things have to be loud. Everything can't be minimal. Hum Indians we like a lot of loud things because sometimes target audience is such. So, however, it's good to interact with them and give perspective from both these phases. And for me, it helps me to learn a lot about them, how they think, because we can't restrict a creative person to just follow us. And a lot of their way of thinking, they are very broad minded in some way. And one of the thing is they are very free to communicate what they think. They don't have to think twice before saying something. They are very free spirited that way. So I get to learn a lot about how they think, because it helps me in my company when I have to hire new people. So
Mm.
we also have to evolve. I can't run the agency same way I used to run 10 years ago.
Right.
So that evolving phase is exciting. It keeps bringing a lot of new energy.
Wow. So, who influenced you from the world of print and packaging?
Who influenced me? Uh, you're saying who influenced me to get into
Who
packaging?
influenced, or who are you following in from India and from international market?
So in India, I would say there are a lot of agencies who are my peers. I follow them. Um, One of them is Elephant Designs. They have amazing stories to say when it comes about packaging, the way they research, the way they think. And another one is based in Mumbai itself. It's called Anushka is the founder of that company. They've designed all this Hoko packaging, uh, Hoko ice cream packaging, then this Ugao packaging. So I really love that lady, and I've attended a couple of her sessions. The way she thinks is so powerful and so strategic and so consumer driven. So I really get inspired by my peers in this space.
Wow. So, Kinnari, how has being a woman founder in the design industry
Hmm.
shaped your leadership style and business ethos?
So one is it is still continuing to shape. It never ends learning. Uh, but yes, I have worked with a lot of people in different agencies, and my seniors are. Uh, I give my credit to my seniors because they have been influential in the thought processes that I have today, in how to follow ethics and practices. Also, where we can say no, where we have to keep our foot down, or where somewhere, how to manage the team as well. Because that is something I have learned back in agencies when I was working with them. So that's where it comes from. And yeah, it's mostly with real people. Meeting with real people is where I learn. And also my clients, actually, a lot of my clients who are CEOs and MDs of large companies, they are so inspiring because their way of thinking is so different and so broad that it really gives me a lot of energy when I come back from meetings. So yeah, I love to learn from real people in their real lives.
Wow. So, my last question for your professional journey around, Kinnari, what advice would you give to young women startup founders?
Okay, one advice that I learned late, so I hope this can help a lot of women startups, is learn everything about finances in business. So how everything about finances, how to manage money, how to charge a client, uh, what is the right price point? Because I feel when you learn about finances and money in business and how to handle it, a lot of decisions that you make are rationalized. uh, because otherwise emotional driven decisions, you don't know where it is taking you. And in India, women are not grown up with that kind of mindset of handling money in business. So I would say learn everything about money in business and how to plan it and how to invest in business and how to get investors in business, all of that, because you already are master in your craft. You don't need to learn more there. But money is something that can give a good business growth to them.
Wow. So let's go to the next round and understand Kinnari as a person. Tell us about your family and your formative years.
So I have my mother and my brother. My dad passed away in 2016. And formative years, if I have to talk about, I have never been good in studies, never scored well compared to my cousins. And arts and craft was my go to thing. So that's how, you know, escaping studying in school and colleges, but then was waiting to get into design space. And that's how things are formed for me.
Wow. Okay. Uh, let's go to your days at Rachna Sansad. What are your experiences and how did it help in shaping your career?
So a lot of foundation was built at Rachna Sansad because everything about advertising, communication, and a lot of things that you need to know. The basics were placed right at Rachna Sansad, I would say. And also back in time, there were not so many softwares and computers. So even the ads we used to design by hand. The
Hmm.
headlines we used to sketch with hand. So I would say the roots are very strong because we were taught very well all of those things. So it
Wow.
has helped found my foundation stronger.
Beautiful. So, what's the one object or can be multiple in your home you have kept purely because of its packaging?
I have a whole shelf full of packaging. I cannot have one packaging. So I have this thing if I love the material. So lot of packaging of lot of brands I would collect. Not one product. I have a shelf full of packaging.
Wow. So, when you're not designing packaging, what's your favorite way to unwind?
My favorite way to unwind is just get out of the house and get out of office. So I love to go for a run, or play pickleball or do
Hmm.
oil painting. Because when I'm not sitting in front of the screen or when I'm not working is where my brain is processing in the most creative way. And I always come back with the best of ideas. So best way for me to work is not work.
So, a childhood memory that still influences how we see colors or design today.
Going back to that one cereal box, I keep going back because
Oh,
everything was so bright, colorful, so
hmm.
smart, made me so happy. It's such an old memory, but it has been a big influence.
Wow. So, what's a book, movie, or song which has left a lasting impact on you?
There's this book called as Brand Gap,
Hmm.
and that book talks about how brand is not just a logo, how it is an experience, and how it is an emotion. So I love that book. It's like a Bible for me.
Wow. So, Kinnari, if your friends had to describe you in three words, what would it be?
Oh God. If my friends have to describe me in three words, it would be determined, um, crazy, and great sense of humor.
Wow. So, my last three questions are reflective. What are your plans for 2025, personally and professionally?
Personally, my plan is to travel at least uh, do couple of more adventure sports, um, and professionally is to, I would say, meet more people in the packaging space and know about their experiences, how they've grown.
Ah, beautiful. Since you're a Sri Shakti series, what does Sri Shakti mean to you?
For me, Stree Shakti means freedom of expression. Uh, and honestly, I'll tell you, uh, when I started my agency, Thinai, it was an all women team for the longest. And when I got my first office space in 2013, uh, we had this very big wall. I would say 10 feet by 8 feet wall, one of the wall. And after we got the entire interior done, I had told my interior designer that this wall will be empty, we will not do anything here. And my plan was that when my team comes in, we will paint huge wings on that wall.
Mhm.
And my entire team and me, we painted larger than life wings. And my whole idea was that this will be a space for women to express their freedom in every possible way. Whether it is creativity, whether it is whatever they have, they should be able to express themselves fully here. So, Stree Shakti for me means freedom of expression and doing whatever they want to do.
Beautiful. So my last one is a googly one. Describe Kinnari in one line.
Okay, always doing what is right, not what is easy.
Wow. Okay. Let's put you in the hot seat, the rapid fire round, your go-to comfort food.
Aloo parathas,
Cereal boxes or chocolate wrappers?
cereal boxes,
I know it. Pastels or bold colors?
pastels.
A brand you admire?
The most, oh my god, so difficult to choose one, but I would say Forest Essentials.
Wow. One product you would love to redesign completely.
Should I say it out loud here?
If you
Uh,
don't want, please.
no, I can. Um, I would like to redesign this Badshah spice masala, Badshah masala boxes. I would like to redesign that for sure.
Okay. Most overused packaging trend.
Minimalism,
Wow. One word that defines your design philosophy.
strategy,
Deadline with coffee or design block with chai.
deadline with coffee.
Yeah.
Always coffee.
Always. You did well, and here's a book. It will be autographed and sent to you. When we meet, I'll
Amazing.
give it to you personally with my
Yes.
autographed coffee mug.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to it.
Wow. And that brings us to the end of a truly inspiring journey through colors, cartoons, and creativity with Kinnari Gala. From breakfast table dreams to boardroom strategy, she's shown us that packaging is far more than paper. It's perception, purpose, and power. As we wrap this episode of the Three Shakti series, let's remember Kinnari's story as a testament to how design can speak volumes and how a woman with vision can turn everyday objects into an unforgettable experience. Stay curious, stay creative, and keep believing in the beauty of what you build. Until next time on the Coffee Con Show, where conversations brew change. So, thank you, and we meet with another coffee speaker, continue conversation, or a cup of coffee. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Happy to be here.